Alright, boys, it's August the 2nd, almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's not quite as hot. It's a little steamy out here. We're going to show this HF2 and this Manticore with small coils. Now, we've not seen a coil on a VLF metal detector running multi-frequency every run as high as that coil there. I don't think. That's why I'm looking at this here. Now, I may change this target out. This video could get long. You see that clad dime? You see what's up there. Now, I don't know what size shot those are. They're not bird shot, okay? But these shot could still exist around an old home site or whatever. Now, I've put those up there random. They're either probably number 5s or 6s, but I'm not sure. The old shell I cut up, I couldn't see nothing on the side. Now that is a clad dime down there, okay? And this is not going to move. Alright. I'm going to put a clad dime out here though, and I will move it later on. We're going to use that there, okay? We may look at a high conductor down there and a low conductor down there. How about that? See what happens here. The Manticore users, you need to pay attention here, okay? HF2 coil users, pay attention. The results here, though, may not be what you think, huh? Okay, I'm going to be turning this camera on and off in this video. This is good information. You know, old Sharpshooter's probably got one of the best damn metal detector channels in the world, truth be told. Okay, we're going to look at first all-terrain low conductors with this M8 coil. We'll start with speed 4 first. Now, I believe that's pretty close to what the factory comes with disc over there. See that little line right over there on the left, blue? Okay, upper fast limit 7 for this video, no stabilizer. Okay, here's the clad dime. Okay, we're in speed 4, we'll change that. You see the ID on that clad dime, so low. Alright. Let me move this clad dime because I don't want this test to be booby-trapped. I've got it in my hand with this camera. Okay, so we're at speed 4. Now I'm going to be sweeping close to these shot and somewhat above them, okay? Speed 4. See that meter? You see that? Okay. Speed 6. You see that? I'm holding the coil up now about 2 inches over those shot. You see that meter. Back to speed 4, 2 inches over those shot. That dime's down there. You see that meter. Okay. Okay, now I for sure have notched out those shot. Okay, I'm notched over the 20. Does it help here, or does this machine go silent? Down close to the shot. Nothing. 2 inches above. Nothing. That's speed 4, speed 6. 2 inches over the shot, down closer to the shot. You see the shot over there, though, don't you? See him right there? Okay. Now that's all-terrain low conductors, and you could be using this in a high iron sight. And you see that clad dime down there. That is depth detectable with this machine in mild, moderate ground depth-wise. Solo. No maskers. Okay. I'm going to turn the camera off. And we'll look at this DS2. We may come back to this machine and look at a couple of more modes. We may trade that target out. Alright, DS2, HF2 version 3.10. And we're just going to look at the ID of this clad dime. We're going to look at fast program. This is the 29 kilohertz band. You see that, 91, 53 kilohertz band, 93, 89 kilohertz band, 94. Now a nickel on this machine don't read the same in all the bands, but it reads generally between about 62 or 4 up to about 68. A nickel. Okay. Okay, we've got rid of this clad dime over here. Alright, we're in speed 1, 29 kilohertz band first. Now we're going to turn that Manticore back on. I'm not going to sell any machines short here, okay? 29 kilohertz. You see the ID. So that's pretty good. You probably stop on that. That is speed 1. Here's speed 3. ID's still up there, signal weaker, okay? Back to speed 1. Frequency max 53. Now here's where you're going to find it interesting, okay? Speed 1, 53 kilohertz. Look at that meter. I'm down close to the shot. You see that? Remember what that machine over there did? Okay, now I'm going to hold the coil up a little. See what we've got. 54. So we're underneath our nickel ID there, okay? But we're not in the small full range, are we? Reactivity 3 down close. See what I've got? I'm seeing some nickel ID in there at times. Raise the coil up a little. Okay, now the ID has dropped. 2 inches over. She's starting to drop a little. 47, 44. Back to speed 1. Frequency max 89. Down close. You see what I've got for ID? I'll sweep this machine again just with a shot with a dime not there here in just a minute. So you see that. I'm raising the coil. Speed 1. So the ID there is lower. Which makes sense. Higher frequency. Okay. Down close. Speed 3. You can see what we got there. Raising the coil a little. ID comes up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to look at this Manticore. We'll look at it in the general and fast real quick. Then I'll turn the camera back off. Remove the diamond sweep with both machines. With just the lead shot up there. Alright, we got the Manticore fired back up. We're in the fast program. Upper first limit 7, no lower. Multi-frequency. 1 region, all tunes. Speed 4. Here's the clad dime ID on it. Solo setting time about 77. Now I'm coming over the shot in speed 4. You see the ID. Far cry from the all-terrain low conductors mode, huh? Speed 7. Well, look at it. You see that? All-terrain general. Speed 6. Up first limits 8. Lower 4. I'm just going to mash the horseshoe button here because I've got some disc in the machine. What does it do? Down close. You see that? Raise the coil a little. You see that. All-terrain low conductors again. Speed 5. Horseshoe button in. Horseshoe button out. There's no discrimination in the machine now. You see what you've got. Discriminated the machine over to 20. What do we get? Nada. You see that? You would miss that target right there. Okay, let's turn this Well, I guess what I can do is I'm going to remove the clad dime. Okay. And we will look at it. We're in, okay, the all-terrain low conductor, speed 4, horseshoe button in, over just a shot. Down close, raising it a little bit. You see the 2, 3 in the meter. All-terrain fast, horseshoe button in. We didn't see that when that dime was down there, did we? All-terrain general. We didn't see that when that dime was down there either, did we? Alright, let me turn the camera off. Alright, 29 kilohertz, clad dime removed, just a shot. Speed 1. 29 kilohertz. We got about 40, 43. That is pitch tones. 53 kilohertz max. See what we've got. We didn't see that when that dime was down there, did we? We've seen higher. Okay, you see that? 2930. 89 kilohertz band didn't do so good. What does it do here? You see what we've got. Down close, I'm raising the call a little. 30. Okay, we're going to turn this camera off. The next test, I'll just show all-terrain low conductors and show this HF2 call. We're going to try this 10 karat gold ring down there. Watch what happens here. Okay, camera back on. This may be the last clip in this video. I may leave the camera running, pick up this Manticore. I've got the HF2 call. She's up and running. 10 karat gold ring down there now, okay? That's where it's going to stay, comparing both these models. Let me shift it just a little bit right there. Gonna leave it right there, boys and girls. Now, I showed this machine speed 1 with all those shot only, so you don't need to see that again, okay? We're only going to look here at reactivity 1. We'll show probably the Manticore at speed 4. Okay, so here's 29 kilohertz band. You see that meter? Okay. 53 kilohertz band. You see the ID. 89 kilohertz band speed 1. We didn't see that when just the shot were there, did we? I believe if you go back and review this video, sweeping just the shot without anything under them, even the 53 kilohertz is behaving different there. Okay, but that's a low conductor. I'm turning the Deus 2 off. Manticore. Now the Manticore didn't do too good with that dime down there, did it? Don't think so. Not in all-terrain low conductors. That's what we're just going to look at. Speed 4. Upper fast limit 7. One region all tones. We'll noise cancel this machine. Hold the call still. Okay. Speed 4. Okay, now there's no horseshoe button is in. You notice I'm getting some higher ID there now than when the dime was down there, huh? How about that? I'm raising the call up about 1 inch. You see that? That's chances of being a more worthy find versus a down 3 or 4, ain't it? I'll change the speed on this machine. Speed 7, down close. ID still higher. 1 inch above, the ID is still higher. Alright. And to conclude this video, That's the ring on the Manticore all-terrain low conductor 17. Let me turn the camera off. I'll sweep this DS2 over that gold ring. Alright, this video clip here will conclude this video. Here is the gold ring solo 29 kilohertz band HF2 Coil. 50. 53 kilohertz band. 52. 89 kilohertz band. 53. That's going to conclude the video. The Manticore users may find this helpful. HF2 Coil users may find this helpful. Could that exist in the wild? Well, most certainly.